Imagine a man so wealthy, his fortune eclipses that of the leader of the free world. A man whose influence stretches beyond borders, beyond politics, into the very fabric of a continent's economy. That man is Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest billionaire and the wealthiest black person alive. With an estimated net worth of around $25 billion as of 2025, Dangote's empire doesn't just rival presidents, it dwarfs them. U.S. President Joe Biden's personal wealth? Barely $10 million. Even Donald Trump, once hailed as America's richest president, sits at roughly $5 billion. Next to Dangote, both look small. Welcome to Luxury Buzz, your go-to channel for the world's most extravagant assets, ultra-wealthy lifestyles, and exclusive luxury tech. If you love jaw-dropping luxury, make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and turn on notifications, so you never miss a glimpse of pure opulence. From humble trading to an industrial empire. Dangote's story begins not in palaces of power, nor oil rigs brimming with black gold, but in the dusty markets of Kano, Nigeria in the late 1970s. At just 21 years old, armed with a loan of about $3,000 from his uncle, Dangote founded a small trading firm. His mission was simple yet visionary: to import essential commodities like sugar, salt, rice, and flour into Nigeria's hungry markets. This was not glamorous work. No private jets, no boardrooms, just the grind of trade and logistics. Yet, Dangote displayed an uncanny business instinct. He reinvested profits quickly, expanded into new product lines, and built trust with suppliers and customers alike. Within a few years, his small trading firm had blossomed into the foundation of Dangote Group, a conglomerate in the making. The turning point came with cement. Nigeria's infrastructure boom of the 1980s and 1990s created insatiable demand for building materials. While others relied on imports, Dangote saw the future in local production. He invested heavily in cement factories, betting that Nigeria and Africa would build their way to prosperity. It was a masterstroke. Today, Dangote Cement is the largest producer on the continent. The crown jewel is the Obajana plant in Kogi State, one of the biggest cement facilities in the world. Every ton of concrete poured into African highways, skyscrapers, and bridges carries the mark of Dangote's empire. And the kicker? Dangote owns almost 88% of Dangote Cement shares himself, consolidating a fortune so vast it catapulted him into the global billionaire ranks. But cement was only the beginning. Dangote Group spread its wings into sugar refining, salt processing, and flour milling. His sugar refinery alone is one of the largest in Africa, supplying confectioneries and food industries across the region. The salt people cook with, the bread on the table, the very homes they live in some way, they all connect back to Dangote. And still, he was not satisfied. Industrial megaprojects, playing on a global scale. In the 2010s, Dangote unveiled a series of megaprojects that stunned the world. The first was a $5 billion fertilizer plant aimed at revolutionizing agriculture across Africa. By producing millions of tons of urea annually, it would help farmers increase crop yields and reduce dependence on expensive imports. Then came the grandest project of them all, the $12 billion Dangote oil refinery, built on a site larger than Lagos's Victoria Island. With a capacity of 650,000 barrels per day, this refinery is designed to end Nigeria's embarrassing reliance on imported fuel, despite being Africa's largest crude oil producer. When it began operations in 2023 to 2024, analysts called it a game changer, a project so vast it could recalibrate the balance of power in global oil markets. These aren't just factories, they're monuments. Monuments to vision, to audacity, to a businessman who thinks in terms of nations, not just companies. A life of unrivaled luxury. Naturally, a $25 billion fortune translates into a lifestyle few can fathom. Dangote's fleet of private jets includes a Bombardier Challenger 605 worth about $45 million. For leisurely escapes, he sails the seas aboard his $43 million yacht, a floating palace of indulgence. On land, his homes are just as spectacular. His Lagos mansion offers breathtaking views of the Atlantic, while his Abuja residence, valued around $30 million, sits in the most exclusive enclave of Nigeria's capital, a fortress of marble, chandeliers, and manicured gardens. And yet, Dangote is full of paradoxes. Despite his riches, he's famously frugal in quirky ways. A Bloomberg reporter once discovered that he still uses a basic Casio calculator, the kind students carry to class, for day-to-day calculations. For a man who deals in billions, this tiny plastic calculator became a symbol of his grounded nature. He avoids flaunting wealth on social media, preferring a reserved presence focused on business. Unlike celebrity billionaires who flaunt supercars and designer jewelry, Dangote projects discipline and restraint. But when he does celebrate, he does it in style. Take the 2018 wedding of his daughter Fatima, held at the lavish Echo Hotel and Suites in Lagos. The ceremony drew global VIPs, including none other than Bill Gates. Dozens of private jets filled the runways, luxury cars lined the streets, and the reception was a spectacle of music, cuisine, and glamour. It was a reminder that when Dangote chooses to display wealth, he does it on a scale that rivals royalty. Of course, extreme wealth comes with extreme risks. Dangote's movements are protected by an elite security detail. Bulletproof convoys, armed guards, and discreet surveillance are standard. His security rivals that of presidents, and for good reason. In regions where kidnapping and political instability are real threats, a man of Dangote's stature requires nothing less. Philanthropy, giving back on a grand scale. But Dangote's story isn't just about wealth, it's about giving back. In 1994, he founded the Aliko Dangote Foundation, ADF, which has grown into the largest private foundation in sub-Saharan Africa. In 2014, he shocked the world by endowing it with $1.25 billion of his own money, instantly making it one of the largest philanthropic organizations on the continent. ADF focuses on health, education, and economic empowerment. Its programs have built hospitals, eradicated diseases, and provided scholarships to thousands of students. Dangote has donated over 1 billion naira, around $2.5 million, to Nigerian universities, supported food relief initiatives, and given at least $2 million to the World Food Program. He doesn't act alone. Dangote frequently partners with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, especially in health campaigns like the fight to eradicate polio in Nigeria. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, he was one of the first African billionaires to step forward, donating funds, equipment, and logistical support. His goal is clear: to be remembered not just as Africa's richest man, but its greatest philanthropist. His words in 2018 still resonate. I will continue to use my resources and my voice to help shape a better Nigeria and Africa as a whole. A visionary richer than the US president, Aliko Dangote's journey is the ultimate rags to riches saga. From a young trader in Kano, he built a multi-billion-dollar empire spanning cement, sugar, salt, flour, fertilizer, and oil. Along the way, he became Africa's richest man, the only black billionaire richer than the US president. But beyond the headline lies a deeper truth. Dangote is not simply a man of wealth. He is a man of vision, of philanthropy, and of influence so vast it rivals political power. He lives luxuriously yet humbly, gives generously, and reshapes economies with the stroke of a pen. In the grand story of global billionaires, Dangote stands apart. He is not Silicon Valley nor Wall Street. He is Africa. His empire is built on concrete, sugar, and oil, but his legacy is being written in hospitals, schools, and jobs. And perhaps that's the greatest power of all. Not just being richer than presidents, but shaping the destiny of millions, quietly, profoundly, and permanently. If this deep dive into the only black billionaire richer than the US president has captivated your imagination, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.